Assalamualaikum. Good morning, selamat pagi, and welcome to the second day of Go ESG ASEAN Conference 2021, organized by UN Global Compact Network Malaysia and Brunei. My name is Rahim Rahman. Pleased to be here hosting the second and final day of this conference, where just like yesterday, we've lined up distinguished and esteemed speakers to share insights, thoughts, and ideas through the panel sessions and also the fireside chat. Well, good morning and thank you for joining us. Thank you for being online wherever you are. Hopefully, you're having a great start to your Thursday and looking forward to more discussions in today's forum. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we will feature the UNGC ASEAN Sustainable Finance Forum, focusing on various sustainable financing topics in the region. This event is, of course, part of SDG Ambition Month 2021, which is a call to action for companies to engage in sustainable actions for business resilience. Now, before I proceed further, a very big thank you, terima kasih, thank you to our partners, and they are Sarawak Energy Berhad, Bursa Malaysia Berhad, Tenaga Nasional Berhad TNB, Tata Consultancy Services, Insha Holdings Berhad, Credo, and Capital Markets Malaysia. Thank you very much to all our partners for coming together to ensure the smooth running and the success of this conference. Go ESG ASEAN Conference 2021. Now, just a quick recap of what happened yesterday. Now, yesterday we had a very interesting and engaging and insightful sessions, if I could say, or conference. A couple among of the things which were highlighted throughout yesterday's program. I remember when Mr. Fu Chengyu, the honorary chairman of Global Compact Network China, suggested that we should transform troubles to resources. And also Ms. Fu Li Mei, Managing Director of Securities Commission Malaysia, emphasized on how we must demand a good governance. She mentioned that, I think, twice or three times to show how important, how we need or we must demand good governance. Now, Bursa Malaysia yesterday shared their CSP framework, which you can download from their website. And the panel discussion, the panelists also discussed on the changing landscape for sustainable trade and how we can create a greener, cleaner, and climate-friendly ASEAN. And hopefully, for those of you who were here yesterday, you've gained some insights and useful information, and you were inspired on applying ESG at your respective organizations. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to kick things off here on the second and final day of Go ESG ASEAN 2021. So to deliver the welcome remarks, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Executive Director of UN Global Compact Network Malaysia and Brunei, Mr. Faroze Nadar. Over to you, Mr. Faroze.
Assalamualaikum, good morning, and welcome to the second day of Go ESG 2021, the second edition of UN Global Compact Network Malaysia and Brunei's annual flagship corporate sustainability conference. I do hope the first day has provided inspiring insights and actionable knowledge as you explore your own raising sustainability ambition pathways. I take this opportunity to thank our partners, Sarawak Energy, Bursa, TNB, TCS, Credo, Insha, and CMM for supporting us. I also thank all our knowledge partners, Bloomberg and ACCA, all supporting partners, all the speakers who has taken time off their busy schedules to share their experience and expertise, and thanks to the 1,600 registered participants. A special mention and thanks to my team who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes. Now, when we envisioned the SDG Ambition Month, we had this Go ESG ASEAN conference at its core as corporates wield the power and influence to reshape the trajectory for a sustainable ASEAN. I say this because corporates have the advantage of making independent decisions that are decoupled from possible policy lags on sustainability matters to ensure needed actions to meet the urgency for sustainable development. I share some examples to back this up. We see our banking industry gearing up to factor in climate risk and their transition into sustainable financing. We see our stock exchanges making ESG an important component for PLCs. We see the palm oil industry actively enabling sustainable palm oil as a standard, and we see our energy industry quickly embracing renewables to provide green energy to power our lives. But there remains much work to be done for us to raise our collective sustainability ambition and performance. As a key global trading bloc, ASEAN corporates are the vanguard in ensuring that ASEAN carves and maintains a competitive advantage in the ever-growing demand for sustainable trade. To do this, we must actively embrace the approach that sustainability is a third value add beyond price and quality. But we must remain cognizant to the fact that ASEAN is still a developing economy and we face unique challenges. I say a hard no to any predatory approaches against good sustainability practices, but the pragmatic side of me will argue that we cannot expect or be pressured into transitioning overnight. We must achieve sustainable development on our own accord, one that is based on innovative approaches that allows us to grow, generate equitable wealth, and preserve nature-based solutions that has already come to us naturally. To do this, corporate ASEAN must say no to being the punching bag or the bad boys of sustainability by visibly raising their SDG ambition and demonstrate tangible actions to walk the talk. But how do we start? Building on the already good work done, leverage the UNGC SDG ambition benchmark as your reference point. This benchmark highlights 10 key actions, aligned, of course, to the SDGs, that corporates and even SMEs can take to be both sustainable and profitable in the era of sustainable trade. These benchmarks are gender balance across all levels of management, net positive water impact, all employees earn a living wage, zero waste to landfill, zero discharge of hazardous pollutants, 100% sustainable material inputs, science-based climate action aligned to 1.5 degrees pathway, 100% resource recovery via product recovered, recycle or reuse, zero deforestation, zero bribery. Can the above be achievable? Yes. Will it take tremendous effort? Double yes. But to truly achieve this, perhaps we should not be tunnel vision to focus only on the logical ROI calculations of effort against short-term returns. In fact, recently, we have been bombarded with so many financial numbers of the cost of inaction, yet actions remain dead, inaction. If we only put on our logical thinking hats, we will never be able to find the right answer to act. Rather, we should look back to our Asian values that puts family, community, and harmony at the core of all we do. We must bring the feeling and emotions for sustainability so that we are truly bought into the concept of making the world better for our and future generations. Let our hearts answer the difficult ROI questions on sustainability. Corporate ASEAN can be world sustainability leaders. I know this and I believe this as I have met so many leaders who share a common vision of contributing towards achieving a sustainable world. And I hope the sharing by the expert speakers at this conference will provide you the inspiration and motivation to answer a true sustainability question. If not us, then who? We ASEAN corporate citizens can and must reshape the world for the better. I wish all a successful second day at GoASG 2021, and let's raise our SDG ambition. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Faroze Nadar, Executive Director of UN Global Compact Network Malaysia and Brunei, for the welcome remarks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Ms. Sanda Ojiambo, Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director of United Nations Global Compact, to deliver her speech.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, greetings. I'm Sanda Ojiambo, the CEO and Executive Director of the United Nations Global Compact. And it's a pleasure to greet the United Nations Global Compact's local network and its participants here in Malaysia and Brunei. All of you represent such a vital link in the chain of more than 14,000 companies and 3,000 non-business signatories that have joined the UN Global Compact since the year 2000. Why is the involvement of partners like you so important? You have all made a commitment to adopt sustainable, responsible business policies under the UN Global Compact's 10 principles on human rights, labor, the environment, and anti-corruption. In the process, you are supporting the drive to achieve the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Due to the size of its economy and the opportunities Malaysia has to drive progress towards sustainable development, the country plays a critical role in translating the SDGs into reality. And that is why I'd like to highlight a few key features of the UN Global Compact's new strategy that I think will help build on and advance success in Malaysia. We call them the 5 strategic shifts. The first strategic shift centers around balanced growth of local and regional networks, which speaks to the UN Global Compact's plans to expand its reach to an additional 20 to 25 countries over the next 3 years. Beyond this geographic expansion, we also plan to increase participation among our business partners, adding to the more than 14,000 companies that have already joined the initiative. Of course, we look forward to expanding our partnerships within Malaysia and will count on your support to help reach new companies. The second strategic shift calls for stronger, more active engagement with our UN partners, especially at the local level. We see enormous potential for the UN country team, the Global Compact network, and business leaders to work together to promote principled business and sustainable development. This is already happening in Malaysia. The Resident Coordinator's Office is working closely with the local network, and other fruitful partnerships are forming, such as Bursa Malaysia. We are keen to see this progress branch out to new avenues. The third shift in our new strategy seeks to harness the collective power of small and medium-sized enterprises, or SMEs. We are developing a number of initiatives with these businesses in mind. It is encouraging to note that SMEs are a critical focus area for the network, as is evident from the recently concluded SME SDG Festival. These are promising developments to harness the power of small companies and help them along their sustainability journey. I'm truly excited to see the SME strategy taking off in Malaysia. Our fourth strategic shift focuses on specific, measurable targets within an enhanced reporting framework, one that holds participating companies accountable on the progress that they are making. And this leads us to our final and perhaps most important shift in strategy: driving and measuring impact across our 10 principles and our priority SDG areas. And these are priorities that are relevant to this discussion and where business has a crucial role to play. The signs are crystal clear. If we operate in line with the Sustainable Development Goals and the Paris Climate Agreement, we will recover better together, build resilience, and strengthen our ability to do business and build markets. We will also strengthen the most vital and dynamic arm of our economy: micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. The network has made progress engaging Malaysian companies in the Climate Ambition Accelerator and working with them to set science-based targets and commit to reducing their emissions. In the same vein, many Malaysian companies are now raising their ambition regarding the SDGs. And that is my call to action for all of you today. Raise your SDG ambition, and let us help you move forward in your sustainability journey. I warmly congratulate Global Compact Network Malaysia and Brunei for the successful completion of their SDG Ambition Month, culminating in this virtual summit. The United Nations Global Compact is here to work with you side by side, uniting business for a better world. Thank you.